Like many of you, I've had a lot of free time recently, and I'm hoping that I haven't wasted it. And you know what? I've watched Terminator 2 about 5 times in the past week, and I don't feel like that's wasting it one bit. Terminator 2 is probably one of the greatest science fiction films ever made. It's one of the greatest movie sequels ever made. It does everything a sequel needs to do, and it does it not only right, it does it spectacularly well, and it really set the bar extremely high for sequels, and that's why we barely see sequels living up to the original nowadays because Terminator 2 did such a great job and put expectations very high. And when I was watching the canal chase again, where John Connor is just barely barely beating the T-1000, who's in a big rig, who's totally gonna ram him down any second now. When Arnold finally jumps down on his big fat boy Harley and just barely by the skin of their teeth saves John and stops the T-1000's truck, and it blows up in a very smart way. Then you see the spark plug hit the gas tank, and it's not just it just crashes and explodes randomly because that little thing itself is so brilliant. It just shows how great the film is. But when I finally watched that, like for the fifth or sixth time, because I've rewatched the clips over and over again, so I probably watched it more times than I've watched the whole movie. But that scene, it started to click. I thought that I had seen that recently before in something else, and you know what? I had seen it in Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. In Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, they have probably one of my favorite chase sequences in most video games ever. It's so good. The way it's highly tense, it's very suspenseful, and it's just fun to play. I've replayed it multiple times. It's just so good, and I've watched it on YouTube multiple times. It's so good. You're getting dragged, and then you got to jump from car to motorcycle, and it's just awesome. And the story fits into it so well. It's a high tense situation, and it's really pulse pounding and thrilling and fun. And it just does everything a chase sequence does right, and that's one of my favorite parts of Uncharted 4. And Uncharted 4 is my favorite of the Uncharted series because of this chase is one reason. And of course, at the end, we have Sam picking up Nate on a motorcycle, and they manage to blow up a truck that's chasing after them, and they ride off after confirming that it's down. And that finally reminded me, okay, I don't know if that's intentionally a callback to Terminator 2, but maybe it is. And does it do a good job, I think. It doesn't just totally rip off Terminator 2's sequence because it's completely different in a different context, different characters and a different enemy, everything like that. It's just a nice touch. It does the same kind of ending of the chase in a very fitting and satisfying way. Like when you see Nate and Sam just shrug at each other and laugh it off, like, whoa, that was intense. And then they're like, all right, let's get out of here. And you just feel with them like, oh, phew, we finally got through that. That was tough. The viewer just feels their emotion of being thankful that they got to the end okay. And in Terminator 2, there's that same relief by the end of it where you see Arnold flipcock the Winchester 1887 ready to shoot the T-1000, but it's just a tire, and they're like, all right, let's get out of here. And then you just feel a huge relief, like, oh my God, I can't believe John Connor and his protector got out of that situation. There's this same emotion that's been built up to the end of it, and then it's just capped off with a sense of relief and satisfaction that in both cases do exceptionally well. I just started like yesterday thinking, oh, the motorcycle chase is kind of similar in both of these. I just thought that was brilliant, and I don't know if many other people have noticed it. It's probably not intentional. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe someone at Naughty Dog can comment below or something like that. But it's great, and even if it's not intentional, it's a nice thing that I thought I noticed and really made me pretty happy when I realized there was a similarity there. One of my favorite video games and one of my favorite movies, doing something similar in whether it's a tribute or not, it just does a motorcycle chase ending in such a great way that I thought I would mention it here on a video so that maybe all of you watching can appreciate it as well. So why don't we just run through the two scenes side by side before I sign off for this video.